Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Orthodox Banter with Boyan. Today is a rant episode. Not a huge fan of making this, but there is this phenomenon that is a major pet peeve of mine, and it is generally people from the West operating on a very simple Ukrainian good, Russian bad or evil dichotomy. I understand that worldview. It is a very simple and easy worldview, but sadly, as all simple worldviews go, they're essentially based on a lie, on oversimplification. And what prompted me to make this video is that people often, and I've seen this on Twitter especially, think that, Russian church, bad, evil, what have you, and the Ukrainian church, the uncanonical one, is good, it's church of the people, and so on. And I understand that a lot of this sentiment comes from two or three places. The first one is not understanding how the Orthodox Church actually works, that just because someone's patriarch is based in one country does not necessarily make that churches under his homophorian his idol worshippers. They can have national feeling outside of that specific patriarch. The second place this sentiment comes from is that I personally believe that a lot of these people aren't really Christian to begin with, or have skewed view of, again, how the Orthodox Church works. Very often I have seen people cheer the removal of monks from the Kiev Pečersk Lavra or from other parishes of the Ukrainian Orthodox Church, and it should be heartbreaking, it should be shocking to us, it should be scandalous, we should be ringing at all bells that this isn't right. And people will make all sorts of excuses and justifications for these practices. Those priests acted as spies, as agents. They did not serve memorial services for soldiers that were killed in battle, and so on. And again, I understand all of these things. However, are those reasons enough to storm a church, especially during services when people are there serving the liturgy or whatever service, and then simply storming? It is a terror tactic, it is a well-known terror tactic to invade a church during a service. I simply cannot comprehend that. Again, there is a lot of Orthodox out there who like to cheer for Russia, who hope to see Ukraine defeated. I'm not among them. I do believe that this is an invasion, a war, and I simply had no liking of either Putin or Patriarch Kirill long before the invasion. So, however, I am an Orthodox Christian. I know what canonical structure of the Orthodox Church is, and I might dislike Kirill as much as I want. He is still the canonical hierarch of the Russian Orthodox Church and of his synod is responsible for Ukraine, whatever the ecumenical patriarch might say. And while I might have some, but not a lot, but some understanding for setting up the Orthodox Church in Ukraine, that is the one that is loyal to the ecumenical patriarchate, the very fact how a separate synod was set up, I believe, in Lithuania, is very concerning. If you believe that a parallel synod won't be set if you don't dance to the tune of the ecumenical patriarch, that's a very naive opinion. You know, I think that I believe that basically that the Orthodox Church is, tearing at the seams, and it is a huge cause for concern. And there might be people, from both sides of this conflict, whether they're sort of pro-ecumenical patriarch, whether they're sort of anti-ecumenical patriarch. They'll be, oh, good riddance, we should. No, that's a very bad thing. We're on the verge of a major, huge, full-scale schism, and that is literally tearing apart of Christ's body, and who's to blame there? Okay, I am anti-ecumenical patriarch in this sense of setting up parallel structures, but again, Kirill had some very bad statements, and it is natural that people do not want to be associated with it. One of the worst takes I have ever seen on the Orthodox Church is something along the lines of, well, because we do not have like central hierarchy in the sense that the Roman Catholic Church has, we're more difficult to infiltrate by like secret forces. That's a naive way to look at it. I'm putting it very mildly, very, very, very mildly, like lukewarm mildly. I have huge deal of respect for people who are technically under the ecumenical patriarchate, but still find strength and courage to oppose this, like Metropolitan Seraphim of Piraeus. I don't know if he's a bishop, archbishop, or metropolitan, Neophytos. Even though I'll be honest, I did not like these people in the sense of they had some very weird statements in general, but when push comes to a shove, they did stick up to what is right. I feel sorry for people who cannot speak the truth because of their hierarchs. It's very difficult. If you are, for example, if you are under Greek hierarchy and you opposed the overtaking of the Kiev Petrus Lavra, or if you are a Russian priest who opposes invasion of Ukraine, I feel for those people. It's a very difficult position to be in. And we had similar occurrences in the Serbian church as well. And sometimes it's all too easy to say, oh, you should speak the truth, but you're literally severing yourself from the church in a way. What do you do when all the hierarchy around you fails at justice, fails at truth seeking? It's very difficult. I mean, it's easy for me. I have a YouTube channel, I'm an illustrator, but I don't have children that I have to feed. My livelihood isn't based on me being in good graces with my bishop. I know people who were on the verge of being defrocked simply for saying what is true. Sadly, what we see essentially is major prolapse of worldly thinking and politics into the spiritual sphere, which is the church. And all of us are, I think, in tremendous danger. I must say, I understand when people sort of keep low as regards to their true opinions on some things, but I have no respect whatsoever when people push dangerous and evil narratives, like Greek priests saying, yeah, they should remove those problematic monks that have restored the lavra, or I don't know, Russians vouching for war. And I will say it bluntly, this had to happen in the case of invasion. I hate to put it this way, but whatever the reason for invasion is, and I must say I sort of feel that all of the reasons I have seen so far do not hold up to scrutiny. There had to be a tear within the church on like Russian-Ukrainian sides. We are basically me personally, I support the Ukrainian Orthodox Church, the canonical one, all the way, and its Metropolitan Onufrius. However, their persecution basically had to happen because of the actions of Russia. There was no chance in hell for that not to happen, and it's sad. It's honestly sad. I think all of us should at least say a prayer, and when I say a prayer, I mean pray regularly, for the Lord to grant peace to His church, because we need it now more than ever. Literally more than ever. If a major schism realizes, we are in a lot of hot water. I honestly believe that. Sorry for a bit of a downer episode, but I wanted to, share some of my honest opinion on this. And of course, I know that a lot of you are very opinionated on it, and that's fine. These are difficult times that we live in, and it is all natural that all of us are very opinionated. But it is what it is. So remember to pray for the unity of the church and for the peace of the world. Bye.